Yo, check it. Turn me up a little bit on the mic.
EC Sports episode 4 this week for real. Last week I said 4, but I don't know what was going on. But we are in the midst of football, and as you can see by my smiling face, my Bears going to the bye. They're 2-2. Caleb is shutting a lot of people up, and I'm interested to see what we do. Also, we got some NFL stuff going on, and I'm gonna go more in depth on what I talked about last week in the WWE. But I just wanted to, jump in it and talk some sports with you guys. Let's go with some things going on in the NFL, right? So I was reading the other day that Brian Schottenheimer said that Dallas had a secret, I'm sorry, wait, let me quote, unique weapon against the Jets and Justin Fields. And it's none other than the Flus. Matt Eberflus has the secret unique weapon to get Dallas that win. He's been with them for 2 years. So he's the only one in the NFL that knows. So I'm looking forward to see that chess match, is what he said, end quote. Bro, did you say the same thing about Caleb? How he was in the same hallways and he knows all these guys and what's going on. Matt Eberflus was a bum. Okay, let's just be real. Okay, he was here for I don't know 2, 3 years. It was terrible. The culture was awful. I don't know what happened with his defensive coordinator. Do he have some FBI sting that everybody just acted like didn't happen? That shit was weird as fuck. And for some strange reason, Dallas thinks this guy has that inside info. Bro, it's like we bust you on the field. I'm going to see. I got my money on Justin Fields busting you as well. So, I guess you put that in the media to hopefully think that someone is going to do something different to help you guys out. Now, what I will say is that game against Green Bay, Dallas kind of exposed Green Bay to the point of, all right, they have Micah, their defense is this, that, and the other, but they let Dallas throw 40 on them and you couldn't beat them. That's a problem within itself, but I'm going to let Green Bay handle that. Let's go to Baltimore now. Baltimore is now 1-3. Okay. I bet some money on KC last week because Baltimore can't beat KC. Okay, my barber. Let me get this everything right so I get more comfortable. My barber, who is a known bum, is a Baltimore fan. Half his damn fantasy team is full of Baltimore guys, and it looks like Lamar's out this week. They are 1-3 when they are the favorite to come out of the AFC this year with Buffalo and KC, obviously, to possibly go to the NFL Super Bowl. Do you guys think they're going to the Super Bowl? Does Baltimore put the fear in you? I'm going to talk about that in a second when I talk about my Bears, but they got a lot of stuff that they got to do. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to blame John Harbaugh, just like all of these other teams do. Blame the coach instead of holding their team accountable. So I'm very interested in what happens with this Baltimore team coming out of what they're going through, seeing what Chase, whatever. I'm sorry, I don't know this dude's name. I know Cooper Cup, Cooper something. He played for Dallas. That I know. Probably going to be a lot of running for Derrick Henry. So put all of your eggs in that basket for anytime touchdown. I would go 2 touchdowns for Derrick Henry. But I'm interested to see what they do because they are in a funk and they're going to have to get out of very quick. Now, what else do I got? Let's go to my Bears. No, you know what? I'm going to give San Francisco some love. Not really Brock Purdy, but Mac Jones is now making Rex Ryan look crazy because My guy Arlovsky actually put out there on ESPN last year saying you put Mac Jones in that offense, he'll do exactly what Brock Purdy is doing, and San Francisco's 3-0. Or is it 4-0? They're probably 4-0 now. I gotta look that up. But either way, they just beat the Rams in a really good game. And I'm interested to see what happens. Do you pull a guy that's doing his job very well? He's a game manager. You know, that offense needs a game manager, which is, you know what, take this ball, hand it to 23, see what 23 can do, and then call the next play. But I'm definitely interested to see what they do because I love quarterback controversies. But you know what? You know who ain't got one? The Bears. I'm sorry, the Bears. I didn't want to say that, but let's get into my Bears. Caleb, bro, he is shutting a lot of people up, and I love it. I love when people say, your Bears ain't shit. You know what? I've amassed a nice amount of money on some gambling websites just putting money line on the Bears because the Bears are dogs. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I hate the glare on my glasses, but it's dark outside and I can't be in front of my wall and I got a little sniffle, so excuse that. But you guys saw it. The Bears did their job. They won 25-24, beating the Raiders. Now, Aston Genty, who happens to be my running back on fantasy, did his part, but everything else fell into place for the Bears. I loved the interview where I know Ben Johnson didn't like how it looked, but he knew exactly what he was doing. You guys got to change what you're doing. Is that right? Yeah, you think so? Shut up. I loved that interview. I love that the Bears are putting Rome on a pedestal and giving him that ball. I do want DJ to get more involved. Swift is our biggest issue, right? There's a lot of running backs possibly that may be available due to contracts. We either need to look there or draft someone a little higher than usual because I think Swift is in that hierarchy where running backs only last a certain amount of time. And he's done his part. He's efficient on certain things, but we need someone that's going to allow our play action to go through. And right now, Mr. Swift isn't. I cannot name the rookie's name, but when he gets in there, it's a long name. But when he gets in there, he has a lot more. Is that gray? Yeah, it is. He has a lot more less punch. And I like to see that. All right. Now, next few games are interesting. We're on a bye. So, coming into the season, everybody, "Oh, our schedule is just so hard. We got the murderers row. We lost to two teams that were really good last year. One whooped our ass, Detroit. The other one was a joke. And we came through and beat a couple of teams we should have beat. But coming out of the bye, we have Washington, who does not scare me. And we owe them for last year. You know that game last year. So Jaden's back. I don't know if he's going to be 100%, but I like us fresh playing them. New Orleans is a diabolically trash team that if we do lose to them, Caleb, I'm coming to see you, but we're not. Sorry, Mr. Rattler. You're done. And I'm going to be honest, guys. I just talked about it earlier. Baltimore don't scare me. We going to Baltimore before, I'm going to be honest. I'm like, oh, shit. They don't scare me now. So, yes, I'm tempered, but you watch out for my Bears because playoffs aren't hard. And need I say,
Shut it on down, do it for you. We're so bad, we know we're good. Blowing your mind like we knew we would. You know we're just strutting for fun, strutting our stuff for everyone. We're not here to start no trouble. We're just here to do the Super Bowl.
so let's see what happens. And I will see you when we whoop Washington's ass and we'll talk. Now, let's get in some WWE. So last time I was talking about how WWE's product and yada yada, and nobody comes out, and some interesting information came out. According to Cosmic Book News, and I'm gonna put myself out here, guys, and segue and preface that I am a part of this. WWE Raw has had the lowest ratings since the debut. Now, 2.3 million sounds like a lot, but in reference to viewership, that isn't. Globally, they're number 8. And then in the US, they're number 4. That's not good for all of the hype behind everything. And I am a part of it. I used to religiously DVR or watch or just make sure that we're streaming. Me and Dylan used to watch all the time. Oh, we got to watch Raw. Oh, we got to catch up. Now it's just like, all right, I'll watch a PLE and then hopefully Roman comes out and I'll talk about that later. But it's just like it's very stale, guys. Like there's so many videos out to the point where someone's going to have to pay attention to what's going on. Now, I had a lot of nice interaction with some WWE fans, fans of the show, um, friends of the show that gave their insight. One of my buddies has always been a WWE fan, and he's told me that, he's getting a little worried. One of the comments listed, he actually posted a picture of SummerSlam, I believe, last year. I'll post it here so you guys can see it, but it was very empty. And someone had mentioned how, like, they talk about one night how it was sold out at 59 or 79,000, and then the next night it was sold out at 80,000. It's like, okay, did you bring more chairs in? Did the stage change? Because last night it was less and it was sold out, but now, you know, some math isn't mathing. And also, like, I know like Triple H has to work for TKO, excuse me. So monetarily, tickets, I'm not gonna put that on him. But he does have a voice, right? At some point he was around with Vince and the fan focused ticket pricing and just pricing overall. However, even if he can't do nothing on the TKO side with the tickets, like, bro, you still are in charge of the product. You still are in the writing room. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you can't consistently. At one point this year, and you guys know it, we saw Sheamus versus Rusev for 7 straight weeks, I believe, or within that point. We see Michin and Julia all the time, right? We have Charlotte in a tag, like I don't know. We got Bailey jobbing to the tall chick, the tag team. Now I know you have to put her over. That's how you got to put people over, right? I get it with Raquel Rodriguez. No offense, but Dominic should be pushed even more, right? And I'm not gonna get on my soapbox and talk about who this that. However, I am gonna be releasing my my Rushmore, right? My Rushmore of wrestlers. Now, what that is, yes, guys, it has to be 4 people. Mine is tiered. I think I'm gonna do 3 tiers plus one more tier of what's that word I'm looking for? Where we want them in there, but they couldn't make the tiers. I think you guys understand. If you do, tell me because now I can't remember it. I hate when I get on live and I can't remember a word I'm thinking, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a tier 1, which is top level Rushmore. Tier 2, like, just beat it. Tier 3, and then that last tier is going to be that tier of 4 that we're like, we want to get you in, but this is the reason you didn't. But I'll have that name when I'm ready with the tiers. But I wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, the lowest ratings is really bad. And then, like, respectfully, you keep putting your golden goose, Roman Reigns, the guy that could save you from all this bullshit, You just keep popping his music on and just having him run in and save his family. That's all you can write for Roman Reigns. That's all you got, really. Roman Reigns, the person that for like damn near 5 years had the entire WWE freaking universe, building, whatever you want to put, right on this shoulder and that shoulder. And all you have for him is, all right, Roman, 3, 2, 1, run in and get that pop. Come on, bro. I just think that's disrespectful. So I am going back to the fact, yes, Triple H, you don't control the money and what people are spending, but bro, you gotta put some type of product that makes us say, at least it's something to watch. And you're not there, bro. I saw some videos that they can't even watch SmackDown no more. Like there are so many legitimate options. What you did with CM Punk and AJ Lee, and I'm not doing race, I'm just doing just straight up athleticism and WWE stars. You guys know that Bianca was a standard bearer for women's wrestling in the last 3 years. Her husband is one of the most athletic and just transcendent guys on the mic, and you can't do nothing like that with them, right? Seth and Becky, top notch. But we have to build more stars, man. And this is coming from nobody but a fan since I was a child with my little blue Hulk Hogan dumbbells. I'm a wrestling fan. My kids are wrestling fans. My wife is a wrestling fan because of me. But you have to do something with the product. It's getting bad, really. Now, with that, I want you guys to understand Bears are coming. My Cubs are coming. And hopefully the WWE will wake the fuck up and get some product out. However, I gotta go cook dinner. I'll be back next week. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy that UFC. I didn't get to talk about that, but it's a major, nice UFC happening this week with Pereira getting his rematch for the belt. And we got a lot of guys fighting. And I'll talk about the results next week. But I love you guys. We'll see you next week for episode 5.